American R&B singer Lugenia Thompson, better known as Gina Thompson, was born and raised in Vineland, New Jersey, one of 8 children. She began singing at an early age in choirs, in church as well as in school. Her whole family, in fact, was also very musical. Curious to see how she would fare as a solo singer, one of her brothers brought her to his friend's home, who had a recording studio in the basement. Her brother liked what he heard and encouraged her to continue honing her skills. A couple of other family members just happened to know an up-and-coming New Jersey-born music producer by the name of Rodney Jerkins. After singing for him at his home, Rodney signed Gina to his own company, Darkchild Productions. Now she had a choice to make. Gina was just 20 years old and gearing up to go to college. Ultimately, she decided that she'd rather focus on getting her music career off the ground. Gina went straight to work. After banging out several tracks, Rodney's father, who was acting as her manager at the time, began shopping them around the New York area. In a matter of weeks, Gina found herself signed to the label that came back with the best offer, Mercury Records. Then came the all-important decision of which song should be her debut single. The powers that be at the label were all in agreement that one track stood out from the rest. However, they also felt that it needed a slight change in sound to cater more to what was already out and popular at the time. Enter Puff Daddy. The music mogul was approached and agreed to create a remix version of the song. That track, called The Things That You Do, dropped in the summer of 1996 and became an instant hit. Puff was also the one to add Missy Elliott on the track. Her feature would also serve as Missy's debut solo performance and introduce the world to her signature tagline. The song fell just outside the top 40 at number 41 on the Billboard Hot 100 and climbed all the way to number 12 on the R&B hip-hop chart. Her debut album, titled Nobody Does It Better, was released the following month. No doubt, due to her solo success, Gina got the opportunity to work with other popular artists at the time on their projects. She performed background vocals for the song Cold Rock a Party by MC Lyte featuring Missy Elliott and Puff Daddy. Later work included Why Do Fools Fall in Love, a cover of the 1955 Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers hit of the same name. That song was featured in the biopic of the 50s R&B star and on its soundtrack. Gina also appeared on Missy Elliott's second album, 1999's The Real World. Even though Gina was enjoying all the attention that she was experiencing, things behind the scenes at Mercury were not going the way she wanted them to. She spoke to Halftime Chat in December 2021 about her frustration with trying to understand why the label was dragging their feet over putting out a follow-up single. To this day, Gina says she still doesn't know what happened. What she did know, though, was that she needed to leave if she wanted to move forward in her career. At this time, Gina and Missy were growing close, and Sylvia Rohn over at Elektra noticed. The timing seemed perfect, so Gina happily decided to join the Elektra family. The process of putting together Gina's second album, again, didn't go the way she thought it would. Missy was slowly becoming a hot commodity in the industry, and along with building her own solo career, she was also heavily involved in working with other artists like 702 and Aaliyah. Gina was forced to do much of the work on her album on her own. The first single chosen for release was the track Yada Ya. It wasn't Gina's first choice, but majority ruled. Unfortunately, this time around wouldn't be any different from the first. Gina had a deja vu experience where the single came out, got some attention, but the label didn't follow up with anything else. As a result, the entire album was shelved. In a January 2022 interview with YouKnowIGotSoul.com, Gina was very candid about how much of her heart and soul she poured into the project, even more so than her debut. She wrote most of it and called on other major players in the industry to pull it all together, such as John B., Beanie Sigel, and Montel Jordan. Due to the album not getting a release, Gina shut down and became very angry. It was like trying to reach out to people and nobody is returning your calls. Everyone is ghost. I felt abandoned. It was so hurtful. I went into a deep depression. It gets really deep with me. I was just so over music. She was also over her life, and at one point contemplated taking her own. After a few years went by, Gina did try to put together another project, but it didn't work out. She then decided that it was time for a complete career change. With the support of her family, including her husband and 3 children, Gina would go on to work first as a correctional officer for 10 years, before moving on again to obtain a master's degree and become a registered nurse. In the same interview with YouKnowIGotSoul.com, Gina relays some cautionary advice for anyone trying to break into the music industry. Put your full trust in no man but God, and make sure you learn the business. People will drag you and try to suck every penny out of you. You've got to keep your mind and soul and let go and let God. In recent years, as she reiterated in her halftime chat interview, Gina felt her heart begin to soften and open up to music again. Here and there, little things started to happen, and then she got a call about an opportunity she knew she needed to jump on. In March 2021, Gina surprised everyone with an appearance on DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic, the BET After Party. Of course, she sang her smash hit, The Things That You Do. It was a great decision. All across social media, thousands of fans let Gina know how happy they were to see her and how much she had been missed. She was also able to reconnect with Missy. 2022 appears to be the year that fans may finally get to hear some new music from Gina. She says that she does plan to start writing again and eventually get back in the studio. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you won't miss any future videos. See you next time!